Hi, it's me again. I'll be reading part one of the second article in the May edition of Awake. Cover subject: Hope for the homeless and the poor. Joe is a military veteran in the United States. Personal and family tragedies left him homeless for some 18 years. One year he began to visit a local public library where he sometimes conversed with a librarian. Those, those conversations changed his life. Martin, a young man in Argentina, felt spiritually empty. Life seemed purposeless to him. In his search for meaning, he left home and ended up living on a beach. But instead of finding the answers he was seeking, he became deeply depressed. In tears, he begged God, if you exist, please help me to find you. What was the outcome? Shall see. We shall see. We shall see. People become homeless for various reasons. Some, like Joe, experience personal tragedies. Others, like Martin, Martin, simply opt out of normal life. Of, of, of normal life, seeing it as a meaningless routine. Still others become homeless because of poverty, natural disasters, domestic violence, drug or alcohol abuse, mental illness, a lack of affordable housing, or loss of employment. Once thought to be limited to developing land, or those battered by war or economic depression. Homelessness has emerged as a major social issue in most developed nations, says PsychologY Professor Paul Toro. The footnote the footnote reads: because of conflict, violence, or persecution, millions of people have been forced from their homes, becoming refugees or internally displaced persons. This problem was discussed in the January 22, 2002 issue of Awake. End of footnote. Contributing factors may include government policies regarding aid to low-income families, and a widening gap of income and any of, of income of income of income in inequality. Many people are anxious about tomorrow. Some, however, have lessened their anxiety by considering what the Bible says about the future, a topic that we will touch on shortly. The Bible can also help us now by giving us sound principles to live by, principles that enhance both our economic security and our emotional health, as Joe and Martin discovered for themselves. The Bible changed his life. Joe seemed intelligent, mannerly, and humble, said Cindy, who often saw him in the library where she worked as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. She gave him copies of the Watchtower and Awake magazines and invited him to attend a Christian meeting. There he was treated with kindness and respect, so he began to attend regularly. He also accepted a personal Bible study, which was offered to him by one of the men in the congregation. Joe found much comfort in what he learned, and he began to apply Bible teachings even though this man, this man, the, this, even though this man, this, make, even though this man making big changes in his life. For example, he learned that life is a divine gift which should be treated with respect, and that smoking pollutes the body. Psalm 36:9. With you is the source of life. By your light we can see light. Therefore he gave up smoking in harmony with the principle stated at 2 Corinthians 7:1. Let us cleanse ourselves of every defilement of flesh. Of course, Joe's decision not only benefited his health, but but also but also saved him money. Therefore, since we have these promises, beloved ones, let us cleanse ourselves of every defilement of flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of God. Ha- having taken to heart the Bible's advice that we should do what we can to care for our own maternal needs. Job began to look for work. For work. 1 Thessalonians 4:11, 12. Make it your aim to live quietly and to mind your own business and to work with your hands just as we instructed you, so that you so that so that you may walk decently in the eyes of people outside and not need anything. The, the footnote reads, some people who want to work are unable to, perhaps because of disability, ill health, or old age. God disapproves of the one who, who does not want to work. 2 Thessalonians 3:10. 3:10. In fact, when we were with you, we used to give you this order: if anyone does not want to work, neither let him eat. End of footnote. There was nothing better for a man than to eat and drink and find enjoyment in his hard work, says Ecclesiastes 2:24. There was nothing better for a man than to eat and drink and find enjoyment in his hard work. This too, I have realized, is from the hand of the true God. That joy is also a result of self-respect. Uh, for, is also a result of self-respect. For honest work dignifies us, and it enables us to assist the needy. Ephesians 4:28. Let the one who steals steal no more. Rather, let him do hard work, doing good work with his hands, so that he may have something to share with someone in need. In need. Seeing, seeing Joe's sincerity, the congregation embraced him, said Cindy, and some helped him him to apply for suitable housing and other things for which he was eligible. Joe continued to make progress and in time was baptized as one of Jehovah's Witnesses. Now he can speak from personal experience when he encourages others to acquire wisdom from God as found in the Bible. Proverbs 3:13-14. Happy is the man who finds wisdom, and the man who acquires discernment. To gain it is better than gaining silver, and having it as profit is better than having gold. That's the end of part 1. I'll be reading part 2 next. Bye for now.